What's up, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Utah versus Florida. Week 1 college football matchup going down Thursday, August 31st, 2023. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Smash that thumbs up. It helps us out a ton. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, including my daily $19 best bet, make sure you head on over to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. But let's get to this one between Utah and Florida. And it's a rematch of a 2022 matchup that the Gators ended up winning 29-26. And that sort of was a bit of a turning point early on in the season for these two teams. I mean, Utah came into the season with college football playoff aspirations. They were coming in as the number 7 ranked team in the preseason polls. And, they took that loss. They played well. They had a great season, finished 10-4, finished with a Pac-12 title win. Unfortunately, lost in the Rose Bowl, and they lost Cameron Rising to a torn ACL in that game. But they just never really got back into the college football playoff discussion. And outside of that, they maybe got to the 10 spot, but they were never really in the conversation. You wonder if Cam Rising was able to finish the game if he didn't get injured, if this Utes team would have won that Rose Bowl. But regardless, Rising is back. We'll have to see if he ends up suiting up for Thursday's matchup. He is listed as probable, and from what I'm reading, all systems are that he's going to be able to go. Whether they sort of just monitor him and take the safer road with him, we'll have to see. But a lot of the pieces are back for the Utah Utes. Like I said, Cameron Rising. They got a great receiving core. Brant Kite is back at tight end. They've got Michael Bernard and Jaquindon Jackson in the backfield, and they have a fantastic defense, one of the best defenses in the country. So I like this Utah team. I like their prognosis going forward, and I think that this could be a shot or a season where potentially the Utah Utes could make good on those aspirations and potentially crack the top 4 for the college football playoff. Now on the other side, you have the Florida Gators, who are pretty much retooling and sort of figuring out what they have. You had Anthony Richardson go in the top 5 of the NFL draft. He didn't have the best year last year, but the skill set was there. And, the Florida Gators ended up going 6-6. They lost to Oregon State in their bowl game 30-3. But now, like I said, you retool if you're the Florida Gators. That offensive line has to completely retool. And now we see Graham Mertz transferring in from Wisconsin to Gainesville to take over what looks to be the starting job for the Florida Gators. But my concern for Graham Mertz, I'd see it as one of two ways. He could thrive in this offense where he has much better weapons than he did with Wisconsin. But the problem for me with Graham Mertz is that I was never really impressed with Mertz. He had double-digit interceptions in each of the last 2 years, 26 interceptions in the last 3 seasons, 21 in the last 2 seasons where he'd been pretty much a full-time starter for the Badgers. But like I said, he's got some key contributors. He's got some great weapons in that receiving core. The problem for me is that Ricky Pearsall, one of those receivers, listed as questionable for this game. Caleb Douglas is listed as probable, so he should be able to go here. But I just don't see it for the Florida Gators right out of the gate. This could be a Florida team that will be able to surprise some folks and open some eyes as they get into SEC conference play. But right off the hop, with a new offense and sort of new retooling things and sort of figuring out pieces on the fly, I'm just not there with the Florida Gators. Like I said, I like this Utah team. I'm pretty sure that Cameron Rising is going to get the nod here, get the start. I think he's good to go. If that's the case, I think Utah is just a far better team. We've seen this line drop. I think it started at 10 a couple weeks before the season started. Now sitting around 5.5, even 4.5 in some places. I think that that's just creating more value here. I think that the line's just moving in the wrong direction. I think it's gone way too far. So I'm going to lay the points with the Utah Utes in this one. I think they get revenge after last season. That's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Smash that thumbs up. If you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. While you're at Pick Dawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. And while you're at our YouTube channel, make sure you have notifications turned on so you can be the first to be in the know when the newest content drops here at Pick Dawgz. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.